Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to resample one instrument and reuse it in Kontakt to generate a new instrument. So I'm going to start by going to my browser, plugins. Let's go grab Massive. I've already built a sound in there that I think is going to work really well for this. So this was a sound that I made in kind of demonstrating the kind of how crazy things can get with all the modulation capabilities of Massive, which is for another video. But here's the sound itself. Particularly if I go to a really low octave. It's kind of got that classic modular sound to it, which is why I called this patch the history of sounds, because I thought it kind of sounded like something from the past. So if I jump back into my digital audio workstation of choice here, create a new audio track, and I set that audio track to listen to the track that has my Massive on it, and record enable that track. There we go. Get it recording. Jump back over this one, also record enable it, and just hold down a note. You can see that currently the sound is getting ridden from one track to the other track. And I'm just going to record plenty of audio here. Maybe get 15 seconds of it or so. Sweet. So there's our good sample. Let's crop it down. Let's rename this the history of sounds, and then consolidate it. It's just cropping it down to a nice clean cut file. Let's create a new MIDI track. On this MIDI track I'm going to insert Kontakt 5, whatever it is. There we are. Drag and drop it on there. Now Kontakt 5 you're probably familiar with. I'm jumping in here for any of your sampled instruments, like you need some strings, you need some brass or something like that. But it's really also pretty powerful, or it is a really powerful sampler instrument. So I can just take and drag and drop any sample in there, and then I can use that as the basis for building up a sound. So first off, got things a little screwed up here, so let's jump in and turn this into a stereo output. Yeah. Now when I play this track, let's see. Cool, getting some playback. So now let's jump in, actually edit this by clicking on the wrench icon there. And then the magic of all this is going to be switching it out of direct from disk mode. So here's how we can control how Kontakt is playing back the sample. And direct from disk means it's going to read it back like a record player would read back the grooves of a record, meaning that in order to transpose this sample, it's going to play it back at either faster or slower rates depending upon which key I'm triggering or sending into Kontakt. If I switch it out of this mode into tone machine mode, it's going to give me some really crazy sounds. So you can hear it's already like imposed some pitch on that sample. So now as I play back different sounds in there, we get different sample or different pitches coming out of there. You can look at the wave editor. I think it's going to be best if we start right at that. Cool. And then it gets fun if I scroll down a little bit here. Let's hide the mixer. If I slow down the speed. Maybe get rid of some of the smoothness. And let's jump up to the zone editor, group editor. Let's call this one sample _1, and then let's turn off edit all groups so that I can only edit one at a time. Well, I guess I got to duplicate it first. So right click, duplicate groups. There we go. Let's go into this next one and let's transpose it down an octave. Cool. And let's duplicate that one. Go on to the next one, tune this one up maybe an octave. Watch the output a little bit, it's getting kind of hot. And now we've got a really evolving sound that we can use for either pads or whatever we want. And we haven't even begun to tap into the power that's inside of Kontakt here. So that can be a really fun way to just immediately start getting some crazy sounds or really evolving textures by using a sample that's really rich in terms of melodic and rhythmic and timbral activity, and then using that inside of Kontakt as the sample that we base our instrument off of. The trick there is just to switch it from DR or DFD mode, direct from disk mode here, into tone machine mode, and then just play with the speed, the tuning, and the transposition to start getting some really nice sounds. So hopefully this serves as kind of the launching point for either getting into Kontakt or the next project that you're working on. All the best.